Hello, Big Brother fans. Welcome once again to another year of Big Brother. I think this is my 4th year now doing this. Crazy. Anyway, I did something last night that I absolutely can't understand, but I didn't record the episode and just watched it. So this morning I had to rewatch it online to make sure that I got all my suspicions underway. So I had to wait on doing that before I could do my review of the episode. However, I do have a spoiler, and if you don't like spoilers, go away, and I'll do like this and you can come back. But I'm fairly certain that everybody who subscribes here knows that I do spoilers. So anyway, the spoiler is that the nominated people are Rachel and Brendan. Okay, that being said, since some people just want to come here for that and not for the review of the episode, now we'll move on to the review of the episode. When we were going through and meeting all of these people, the first person that caught my eye was Brittany, because everyone went and, they pretty much told like their ages and what they did. She only said her age and that she was recently engaged. That was it. She never gave, her job or whatever, her work title. And then they gave Rachel, her saying, I'm a chemist, but then every time they show her, it's VIP waitress, Go figure. But anyway, nobody really stood out to me like someone that I just want to go yay team, other than Reagan, because he seems like he's really into it and really wants to, he's already talking, meeting up with people and making alliances and all that fun stuff. And I think he'll give us more than a few laughs. But then last year, immediately I chose someone that I liked, and then they turned out being a real total a-hole. Go figure. Let's see, some of the funny quotes that I had was Rachel saying that she definitely wanted to jump on those big wieners. Reagan saying that he has a thing for big dumb guys and them cutting to lane. Brittany saying, I lost my dignity on a slippery wiener. All that stuff was just waiting to happen. As we all know, Hayden won HOH, and he was the one that put up Rachel and Brendan. Now, I don't know the reasons behind it, because work has been absolutely super duper mental crazy, that I haven't had the time to seriously sit down and look at Joker's updates. And I've told you before, and I'll tell you again, hang on. They are the best live updaters out there. I mean, it's crazy. Everything is documented. You can read blow by blow things that's happening in the house, things that will probably never air. Well, usually never air. So I would suggest that you always go to jokerupdates.com. Let's see, the Saboteur. If they make it past 5 weeks of treachery, they win $50,000. And so I'm thinking, okay, if that Saboteur makes it past the 5 weeks, then what? I mean, they say because that person is not there to win the million or $500,000. And I'm thinking, well, what happens if they're so good at their job that they do make it to the end? You know what I'm saying? It's like, does that person automatically drop out because they've met their goal? That's what all the things that I want to know. And I just heard my lunch is beeping, and I have a minute. So the things that stood out to me that made me wonder was Kathy sitting and saying, "Oh, what if the Saboteur fixes it so that we're on slop?" And then all of a sudden the door is locked. That one gave me a bing, ding, ding. Andrew immediately saying he wanted to be the mascot. Duh, you're not going to be HOH. I'm going to have to cut and paste this, so I'll be right back. And I'm back. Okay, so another person that raised my suspicions was Brendan. He came up with the idea that we need to, lift these girls up and get them over, and then, we go over. And he's trying to get the shirt through the ring, and he jumps on it, and he's like, no, bring me back, bring me back. And I'm thinking, dude, jump off. Suspicious, huh? I mean, all he had to do was fall off, and then he would have to go back and start over again. So I don't know what was up with that. However, let's see. Brittany falling. It just, I mean, I did rewatch it, and I slowed it on slow-mo, and one leg did go this way and the other one kind of went backwards. So I was wondering if there was some sort of tendon injury, but I noticed that like all gameplay stopped, and I'm thinking, you know, they're in the middle of doing this HOH competition. Why is the opposite team, Kathy, running over to say, oh, she's hurt, you know? Screw that, continue on, forget her, you know what I mean? It's like, it's not your fault that she fell over and broke her leg, but maybe you know. Let's see. Hayden setting up the, you know, I want HOH, and Matt telling him, well, save me if possible. That was interesting and kind of suspicious. Kathy, her repetitive falling, you know, and I'm thinking, come on, as a marshal, don't you have to go through some kind of stamina training or whatever, you know, some ropes courses or whatever? And she kept falling and falling, and I'm thinking, you know, oh, it's not tall enough, you're not lifting me high enough. No, you're lifting me too high, blah, blah, blah. Why the excuses, Kathy? Yeah, I'm suspicious. Brendan disappearing the minute the lights go off. Interesting. And what was it with his excuse saying that that's Big Brother's way of telling us to go to bed? What? Walk into walls and stuff? No. They're told house guests go to bed, and that's usually later on in the season, you know. So those were the people that really kind of stood out to me as possible saboteurs. I did have a chance to go back and forth with a friend this morning about it, and that's one of the things that I dislike about not doing my reviews right away, because I just want to get my views right out there, and so that I can go back and think about them and whatnot, without confusing it with someone else's thoughts. But he really thinks that Brittany is the saboteur. Brittany wasn't in the room when the lights went out. There were actually 3 people who weren't in the room, and I didn't pull up my mail to give those names, but I believe it was Matt and Brittany and someone else. And then when the lights went back on, Matt was in someone else's spot. So it'll be interesting to find out who the saboteur is. Anyway, we'll see you Sunday evening. Till then, bye. This is on the faces. Say toodles, poodles.
Toodles, poodles.